In this session, we are going to simulate a disaster event has happened. Basically, the AVS in the US location has gone down. And in that case, we would go to our recovery location, which is our AVS instance in EMEA, go to the Site Recovery Manager on EMEA side, and declare a DR event, and then boot up these VMs based on the recovery data, which we already have. In addition to recovering these VMs using Site Recovery Manager, if you remember, we were extending the layer to Net 12 using HCX. So as a next step, we would go into HCX and unextend this segment to convert it from layer 2 extension to local layer 3 segments so that these VMs will be reachable directly from internet and as if they're running in production directly from the EMEA side. Okay, so switching to my lab here. And right now I am in EMEA location. If you remember my folder, there are a couple of VMs here. These are the two placeholders which have been kept in sync with the proper RPO value. And I'm going to go into my EMEA Site Recovery Manager. Next, in one of these tabs, if you remember the West Europe and the West US, the session is up. We have replications coming in for these two VMs. We have a protection group with these two VMs already set up. And next, I'm going to go into recovery plan, which contains these two VMs. And I'm going to select run. This time around, we are going to declare disaster recovery. So the system will boot up the VMs quickly on the EMEA side. Okay, so I have executed the recovery here. I can go into my recovery steps, and this will give me more details on the VMs coming up. So if you remember from one of the earlier sessions, we had set priorities to bring up VM number 2 before 8. So that's going to happen in order here. So give it a couple more minutes. So these VMs are still booting up. So it looks like the recovery is finished. I have the green check mark here. I'm going to go into these, let's go to our VMs first, make sure they're up and running. And they are. I can log into one of those just to be a little extra sure. I have retained my IP address of .2. And I can ping the .8 VM. Okay, this looks good. Next thing you would be doing is go into HCX, which I've already logged in. This again, HCX is on the EMEA side. Remember, the US side has gone away, so all the work is being done from the EMEA side. I am in the HCX in the network extension tab. If you remember, the extension was done between EMEA and US, and this is the specific VM which we were using to map our virtual machines. I can show you quickly just to make sure the name is correct. And if you remember here, it's VMnet L2E USAW. So I'm going to go back here. And this is the exact one we were looking at earlier. And next thing you're going to do is unextend the network. I'm going to hit yes to warning and select unextend. At this point, you'll see the system move forward. And while it's doing it, I'm going to log into my NSX on the EMEA side also. Let me make sure I can get to, this is West Europe. I'll go get my credentials. And let's get to the segments. And this is the segment. And it's connected to the gateway. It has the right gateway IP address. And the two VMs are associated with that, R2 and 8. Okay. And let me make sure CX has finished its job. And you'll notice we no longer have the extended segment as part of HCX network extension appliance. So it's been moved from layer 2 extension to a local layer 3 segment. Even though the name says same, I can go in and edit that if needed. Okay, so this concludes this demo of actually declaring DR event, booting up the VMs on the recovery side, and also unextending the VMs. Okay, thanks.